part of the Digit Centre, I'll be running a project which looks at how different employment laws around the world define platform work and other new forms of work which are affected by new technologies like blockchain and artificial intelligence. So as work changes, we think law will also change, and one major part of our study is to see how different countries respond to the rise of new types of work. And there are big issues here about how far we should regulate new forms of work as if they were like more traditional forms of factory work. Should we apply the same labour laws to those new forms of work? Some people say yes, that the basic forms of work haven't changed and the nature of the relationship that a person has with the employer is very similar, and workers, maybe Uber drivers, people working in that kind of capacity, they still need protection. So a big issue in the UK is whether Uber drivers are entitled, for example, to the minimum wage, and exactly the same issue is playing out all over the world right now, in America, in China, in emerging market economies. Other people say we shouldn't regulate work too intensively, we should allow technology to take effect quickly, so-called accelerationist agenda. As part of the Digit Centre, I'll be researching different employment laws around the world, how they define platform work and digital work, and seeing whether the categories and concepts that lawyers use, have been using for decades now, will work in a new economy situation where work is very radically changing. So a big issue here is how far labour laws impose, some people would say, unnecessary costs upon employers and maybe dampen down economic growth. Other people say no, labour laws are a good way to get over some imperfections which exist in the labour market, may improve productivity and also stress the sense in which fairness is a vital part of the way labour markets work. So that's a big issue, has been a huge issue for years in the field I work in, but now with new forms of work there are challenges to understand how Uber drivers or platform workers can be categorised using legal forms that we're familiar with, like employee or worker. That affects the way tax systems work as well. And so there are big issues here around the way in which law intersects with the economy, issues of fairness versus efficiency. That's what I'll be studying.